Hey guys, Heel Taylor here, welcome to a brand new video on my channel. Today we are starting WWE Reborn Season 2. This is the February 2019 mod made by Fleisch, well not Fleisch, the guy who helped Fleisch, don't know who it is. And yeah, this is actually after I booked the first two shows. So yeah, it's basically because I forgot to do a proper intro thing, but yeah, a couple things to go over before we start. Same premise as the first one. I'll be doing both a Raw and a SmackDown in the same episode, and then pay-per-views will be their own thing. However, in the first Raw and SmackDown, I have just generic pictures, whereas my friend Connell really kindly just made a picture pack for the exact same mod for WWE and the exact same mod, and just let me use it. So that's really nice of him, with all the custom champions and everything. So I'm just gonna go through our champions quickly. Obviously got Eco Man, Daniel Bryan, WWE Champion. Buddy Murphy is Cruiserweight. Intercontinental's Lashley. Yep. Rude and Gable are the Tag Champs. The Women's Champions Ronda Rousey. Tag Champs are Shane McMahon, The Miz, which is going to be, I just love them. Asuka is the Women's Champion for SmackDown. R-Truth is the United States Champion. And what annoys me about this mod is R-Truth is set in as the champion. However, he technically, when this mod is set, he never even, the show where he won the title never even happened. So it was dumb. So yeah. But anyway, Universal Champion's Lesnar. And that's that. Creative meeting, there's nothing special. Just these guys, as you'd expect. You can pause it if you really want to watch all of these. Time to Climb, which is annoying because Sheamus is up there, Eric Young's up there, and Harper's up there. And both of these guys have United States Championship written on them at least. Harper, if not World Heavyweight. Hidden Gems, there's probably not any decent ones. Well, they're obviously decent workers, but not any to sign. And I made some things just for people I want to send to developmental. And yeah, that's that. So I'll see you in the first episode of Raw that I've already recorded, which doesn't make sense, but yeah, peace. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we're opening up the first Raw of Season 2 Reborn with a random Four Corners tag team match, just to basically to put the storytelling into this match so I don't have to put it on the main show, and find out if we have any good chem with people that I might want to team up. And then I saw this. In the first one we do Apollo Crews and Jason Jordan with excellent chem. So this is something we might do. They're nearly in 60s just from that, without ever having a win. They lost here because I kind of wanted Zack Ryder and Mike Kanellis to be a thing, because I probably would have done heel Ryder. But I mean, I'm fine with this. I'll probably still possibly try find something for these guys, but maybe not. Depends. I'll try find something for these guys. Now I know they have excellent chem, and these guys, that's probably just not going to happen. But yeah, so Zack Ryder and Mike Kanellis won the pre-show match. Crews and Jordan have excellent chem. Into a 95A star to open the show, which is pretty damn good. Raw opens with Stephanie McMahon as she hypes up the fans in attendance. She boasts about how the Royal Rumble was such a success, followed by "Where was Cena" chants. She ignores the crowd and begins to introduce the winner of the 2019 Royal Rumble, Seth Rollins. Seth makes his way down to the ring, the crowd chanting "Burn it down" as he stands in the middle of the ring and points to the WrestleMania sign. Stephanie interrupts him to say, "Congratulations, Seth, but you have a big She's then quickly cut off by Seth, who just says, "It's Brock. It was always going to be Brock. When I came back, I had the motto redesign, rebuild, reclaim, and all that's left is to reclaim. Not only that, I'm doing this for my brother, Roman Reigns." Once he's finished talking, the crowd cheer, but Braun Strowman's music hits. He storms down to the ring, and he says that he's the one that deserves the match against Brock at Mania, because he was screwed out of his one chance, and Seth's just like, "Get in line, buddy." That's pretty much it. And then Braun Strowman's all pissed. Stephanie agrees with Steph, and yeah, that's it. We go into I think it's a segment. It might be a match. Yeah, it's a segment. After the opening segment, we go live to Drake Maverick's office, where he's been approached by Buddy Murphy. Buddy wants a challenger for his Cruiserweight Championship that will actually push his limits. Drake agrees and books a Fatal 4-Way #1 contenders match. Up next. Welcome improvements? None. Annoying. to a 48D+. It's an alright match, and yeah. Subpar wrestling, non-existent crowd heat. Tozawa defeated TJP, Drew Gulak and Cedric Alexander in 12 minutes 49 seconds when Tozawa defeated Gulak with a German suplex. Tozawa with a 49, TJP with a very impressive 50, Gulak with a 39 and 47 from Cedric. So they aren't too bad in the ring. Cedric improves in Rumble 1 performance, Tozawa improves in flying. Yeah, the cruiserweights aren't too bad in the ring. Like, you want a bit more, but we'll get them there with time. I reckon 6 months in game, these guys are going to be hitting 50s to 60s, and that's what we want. This goes into 49D+, The Fashion Files, Episode 1, Separation Issues. The episode starts in Tyler Breeze's bedroom. It is lit by sunlight peering through the window. Tyler is clearly upset. He's pacing back and forth in his room, and the camera turns to his bed where there is a supermodel laying. She calls for Tyler to come back to bed, and he bluntly just tells her, "Shut up." He's talking to his friend. The camera turns back to Tyler, who's standing at his bedroom wall talking to a picture of Fandango, and he just says, "We'll be back together soon, my friend," and the segment fades to black. No work improvements to comment upon, but that is it. Fashion Files Episode 1. Which then leads us into a 57C-, not too bad. Elias defeats Bo Dallas in 7 minutes 51 seconds by pinfall for top rope double stomp. I have to sort that one out because that's definitely not his move. Bo and Elias both improving performance, which is nice. 41 from Bo, 64 from Elias, which ain't too bad. I expected worse. But yeah, Elias inconsistent, which is not what we want to see. But yeah, 57C-. Eternal gimmick. Oh no, yeah. Making him a musician gimmick, which is very, very good. Nice. To a 40D-, not expecting it to be great, but it'll do. After the break, because it just didn't make sense to go from the ring to being in, like, people being in the ring. Yeah, already in the ring stand Lucha House Party. The Revival's music begin to play and they come out. They're clearly unhappy and they start shouting for their music to be turned off, and they start to rant and rave about how they are above the Lucha House Party and their ridiculous Lucha House rules. And once they beat them tonight, they're going on to bigger and better thing, the Raw Tag Team Championships. So Dash, Dawson and Dorado, all not suited to their gimmicks. And yeah, it's advanced Party Pooper storyline and the tag storyline. No one improves, 40D-. To a 48D+ match in a handicap match, the Revival defeated Lucha House Party in a handicap match in 14 minutes 10 seconds, when Dash Wilder defeated Lince Dorado with a full Nelson Slam. Yeah, Dorado's the weak link. What we got here? Dash Wilder and Scott Dawson have excellent chem, which is what we want to see. 55 from Dawson, 54 from Wilder, 33 from Dorado, 43 from Metalik, and 57 from Kalisto, which is quite impressive. But I think he's got pop here, so it's not too bad. Party Pooper gained heat, and so did the tag storyline. Kalisto improves the performance, which goes into a 32E+. Not too great. Oh, Grand Metalik doesn't speak English. That's really not useful, but we can work with it. Dorado needs a new gimmick, of course. Lost heat, but oh well. After their match, Lucha House Party attempt to console each other. Kalisto's there helping Dorado back to his feet. Metalik just looks at them and he just leaves. He doesn't even want to be involved. He just leaves. 32E+. Not very good because Metalik doesn't speak English. To 50D+, lack psychology as expected. 60 from Corbin, 49 from Heath. An extremely short match. Corbin defeats Slater in 4 minutes and 8 seconds by pinfall with an end of days, which then goes into a promo after the match where Baron Corbin takes a microphone and he begins to run down Kurt Angle, calling him old and washed up and that he needs to step aside for new generation like Baron Corbin. Not long after this, Kurt Angle's music hits and he makes his way onto the stage. But before he can even get a word out, Drew McIntyre just jumps in from behind, throws him right off the stage, demolishes Kurt. And Corbin and Drew laugh and they just leave together, don't even care. Yeah, the Kurt knows people storyline has started now. To a 54C-, which isn't great, but that's probably because there was no storyline with it. But Balor with a 79, which is 6, 70 from Lashley, which is better than I expected. Balor needs a new gimmick. Oh yeah, match length as well, that won't help. Very low experience, yeah. In an extremely short match, Balor defeated Lashley in 2 minutes and 14 seconds by pinfall with a fast roll-up. Then goes to an 84B+ segment, where after the match, Finn rolls away and he's laughing at Bobby, but Bobby's really angry, he's fuming. And Leo just distracts Finn on the ramp, and then Bobby comes out of nowhere and just
beats the crap out of him with Leo, throwing him into steel steps and stuff. Yeah, it goes on for a little while, and then Seth Rollins comes out, makes the save, fights off Leo and Bobby. But yeah, after that, Braun comes out and takes out Seth, and obviously they get the upper hand, they got the numbers advantage, and after some brawling around ringside, Stephanie comes out. She books tonight's tag team main event of Seth Rollins and Finn Balor versus Braun Strowman and Bobby Lashley. Yeah, Lashley's good at unscripted, Finn Balor's good at unscripted, Seth Rollins wasn't good at unscripted, and Strowman was a real star, but he was rated on Menace. So yeah, who's the true contender storyline advances here, and Intercontinental title storyline gained heat. Into a 70C+, Ronda Rousey stood in the centre of the ring. She tells any woman in the back who wants a shot at her title to come out here right now and get some. She's answered by Mickie James. This is a weekly thing, so this is like an angle that you'll probably see just every week with a different woman, to be honest. Because I'm doing like Ronda. So obviously Latina had the US Open. We're doing Ronda has the women's title open. And then to 65C, which ain't a bad match. And 73 from Ronda's decent. And 51 from Mickey's really good. Both improve Mickie in performance. Ronda and Rumble. Yeah, decent match. Ronda Rousey defeats Mickie James in 8 minutes and 10 seconds by submission with an armbar. Ronda Rousey makes defense number 1 of her Raw Women's Championship. 65C, not too bad. To an 85B+. This was bloody good, wasn't it? After the match, Ronda Rousey's music stops. The arena goes quiet before they erupt at the sound of 2019 Women's Royal Rumble match winner, SmackDown superstar Becky Lynch. Becky comes to the ring and just stands in front of Ronda. She properly gets in her face. She said, "It was always going to be you, Ronnie," before hitting her with a cheap punch and holding the Raw Women's Championship in the air and just leaving again. She then goes into a 76B- of a really bad match because stupid psychology stuff. Finn Balor and Seth Rollins, though, have excellent chem. That is something to remember because Seth just got a 97 and Finn Balor with an 84. So I won't complain there. But yeah, 71 from Bobby, 78 from Braun, 97 from Seth, 84 from Finn. The Who's the True Contender storyline lost heat, but the Intercontinental title storyline gained heat. 76B-, not a great match, but it'll do. Yeah, and About had great wrestling and good heat. Bobby Lashley and Braun Strowman defeated Finn Balor and Seth Rollins, when Bobby defeated Finn by submission with a Dragon Sleeper after an interference from Leo Rush. Seth was head and shoulders above everyone. And that ends our show. Damn, that really wasn't a very good show. Like, I think like my writing, I quite enjoyed the stuff I did, but the ratings just didn't reflect, did they? Yeah, we used Lindsay Dorado far too much, used Grand Metalik far too much, used Drew Gulak far too much on the pre-show. Oh wait, was he in 2 matches? Silly old me. I didn't even realise that. That'll probably be why I didn't do very good. Yeah, don't have enough interesting storylines. Saw that one coming. Increased in 3 regions, but lost in 18, so that's not very good. But yeah, I'll see you for SmackDown. Okay, so we're back with SmackDown. We're doing literally like the exact same thing we did on the last one, where we were looking for chemistry. Sadly, there's no chemistry on this one with the teams I've tried. I mean, obviously I put the bar in here, but that's just because I had nothing else for them to do, so I should probably get them on a show and see where they're at. 74s aren't too bad, but the bar should normally be doing better. 78 from Joe's really good. 82 from Styles is mad. Well, it's not mad, it's just mad for this save at the moment. Rusev only with a 72, which is a bit sad, but it'll do. Shinsuke got an 80, which is insane. 85 from Bryan, which is really, really good. And Rowan with a 50, which is better than I was expecting, to be honest, and a lot of improvements, so you can't complain at that. So let's start the show with an 100 A star. Of course it is, it's The Miz. So yeah, SmackDown Live opens this week with Shane McMahon holding his newly obtained SmackDown Tag Team Championship. He announces that at Elimination Chamber, Daniel Bryan will defend his title against 5 other men, and we will find out the first competitor in that match in the main event when Randy Orton takes on Rey Mysterio. As he is talking, he's suddenly attacked from behind by 2 men who turn out to be the Club. They begin to attack Shane before Miz comes out to make the save. Carl Anderson versus The Miz is an impromptu match booked for right now. In 82B, which is actually a really good match. Oh, they have good chem. That's really, really cool, actually, to see. Yeah, and About had good wrestling, a decent reaction from the crowd. Carl Anderson defeated The Miz in 16 minutes and 16 seconds with an Anderson spinebuster, because Luke Gallows distracted The Miz. 85 from The Miz, which is really, really good, but obviously the chem helps there, and 64, which is also good. So Carl Anderson was probably on like 57s, Miz was probably on around 78, which is great for both of them. Carl improves in performance, so it's not too bad. The Miz stamina was bad. Miz can't go 16 minutes. Right. That's not good. Into... Oh, we just missed a whole segment, I'm pretty sure. Basically, before this, I'm pretty sure R-Truth was around the back being congratulated on his United States Championship win from like all the people, and then suddenly he was attacked by Sanity. Yeah, Dane, Wolf, and Young, they all beat down on R-Truth while Carmella just stood there like, oh no, sad face, ah. And yeah, that was that. And then after the match, after that, Eric Young came out here, had a match, and beat Shelton Benjamin with a pile driver. Young only got 50, but it's not too bad. If we got his pop-up, his skills in the ring are actually quite good, so he shouldn't be doing too badly if we do that. And a 54 from Shelton, which is really, really good also. So 60 minus, which ain't too bad. No? Oh, yeah. It's above average legitimate athlete gimmick. Oh, I just put it in the wrong space. Backstage, R-Truth celebrating his win with Carmella. They are walking past random wrestlers and road agents who are congratulating him before, out of nowhere, Sanity attack. Eric, Dane, and Wolf begin to put the boots to R-Truth, and that's it. But that starts the United States storyline. 54C minus. Into another 54C-, which is a match between Mustafa Ali and Ty Dillinger, where Mustafa Ali beat him in 7 minutes 54 seconds with a reverse 450. Dillinger with a 45, Ali with a 54, which is really, really good. I boosted his pop to like 45 because he was 23s, and not being funny, he's in the main event of SmackDowns at the moment, which is insane, so he shouldn't be 20 pop. So I bumped him to 45, just like I did Andrade as well, because he was like 35s. They were just too low for both of them, so I put him up, but with 45 pop and 54 in ring, that's really, really impressive for no chem ratings either, so that's really good. So 54C- there, which goes into an 100-day style, which is just a recap of a Royal Rumble SmackDown Women's Championship match between Becky Lynch and Asuka actually unexpectedly tapping out Becky Lynch. Like, Becky Lynch actually gave up and couldn't continue. Yeah, and the real question is now, who's ready for Asuka? Yeah, Becky worked the crowd well, using freedom to improvise her advantage. I just rated it on their entertainment and went unscripted. So yeah, 100-day style, which is really, really good. And the women's storyline started with this segment, which goes into a 56C- again. We're getting these solid C- this show, aren't we? But yeah, in about had subpar wrestling, Little Heat, Iconics defeated Asuka and Naomi when Peyton Royce beat Asuka of Hurricane Rana because Naomi turned on Asuka. So 50 for Naomi, which is really good. 69 from Asuka, which is insane when she's getting she's only got like 55 pops. That's really, really good. Peyton and Billy with 33 and 34 respectively, considering they've only got like 16 pop. It's pretty damn good. Billy improves in technical, and Naomi in Rumble. That's really good. After the match, we have just like on the Titantron, a promo plays from Randy Orton saying he's going to win this match, and then he's going to win the WWE Championship at the Elimination Chamber, 93A. And the SmackDown Heavyweight storyline advances with this segment into a pretty bad match of 76B-. Orton and Mysterio don't click, and it made for an awkward bout, but not clicking, Orton still getting an 80, which is insane. Mysterio only with a 67. And yeah, in about had great heat and good wrestling. Randy Orton defeated Rey Mysterio in 19 minutes 36 seconds with an RKO. During the match, we also had Almas run in and attack Mysterio, which was mad. And in another save I do with my friends, Rey Mysterio has bad chem with like everyone, so yeah, I'm not surprised at this. It's kind of annoying. I hope it's not the same for this save, but yeah, I'm gonna end the show there into an 84B+, which is a much better show than Raw. Obviously, it's shorter. I'm gonna shorten Raw to like 2.5 hours, just a little bit shorter to see what we can do. Yeah. It's a really good show. 200 rated angles with obviously Becky and The Miz. Of course, that's going to happen. And yeah, that's that for SmackDown. And that's it for this episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of WWE Reborn, the first episode of Season 2. If you did, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe. And I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.